Yeah, the last axe, it kind of flies by. Yeah.
Greetings.
Shit, it costs gold to undo all this? Oh, man. Yeah. But none, I'm like broke right now. What up, Taylor? Yeah, I need to like respec my entire Paragon. It's like it's real bad right now. Yeah, I think it's millions. I'm not sure how much exactly, but the fact that you can't see how much money it's going to be to undo it all is actually really annoying, because what if I get like almost all the way down, but I don't have enough? It's going pretty good. How are you doing? Yeah, sucks. Oh well, I'm just gonna cut across. Putrid Seaside. Net fitted. I need gold. Oh, really? You can sell a whole sheet? How do you do that? Like, you must refund all nodes on the board before you detach it. Yeah, I'm broke though. How much was it when you redid your character, Hitman? Oh yeah, they should definitely make that. They should definitely make that an option. And you should be able to save your. You should be able to save your boards. Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, 3 had the armory, right? So you could have an entire build and then switch to the other build. I mean, this game, they're trying to have PvP, right? Like, obviously your PvP gear is going to be different than your grind gear, like, right? Or even your push gear. Like, if you're trying to push high level stuff. Yeah, like if I'm just grinding, experience, like it's going to be a different build, right? Because it's just like clearing mass shit or as fast as I can go through it versus like survivability. It's completely different.
I'm not ready yet.
But I feel that way about like literally everything in here needs to be. You need to be able to save everything in your wardrobe as opposed to just the transmogs.
Or fury.
Not a big fan of that. Yeah, you talking about going back to like D2 days? Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I semi agree with that in that
I'm not ready
I
yet.
would be okay with that as long as you
I'm
could
low on
recolor it.
fury.
Like right, like I'm actually okay with that.
I must
I
wait.
actually think that's a good
I
idea.
need more fury.
I I'm like using all my skills terribly right now. I actually think that that would make PvP better, honestly. But I don't think they have the will to put in
I'm
the
not
amount of
ready
effort it
yet.
would require to build gear sets that go together. Oh shit, I'm so dead. That look good together. I mean, honestly, the gear sets in this game are really bad. Like, the graphics, the way they look, just terrible.
I must wait. I'm
Well,
low on fury.
that's true. That's true. I will give you that. The Necro sets are the best sets so far. But I'm pretty sure the reason they're doing that is because they want you to pay for skins.
Bless you.
Like Immortal.
I need more fury.
Wouldn't have made it.
Costs you 100 and something thousand dollars to max out your character. I think I read that somewhere. It was like $110,000 to max out your Immortal character. So it's even more, is that what you're saying?
Don't have enough fury.
I have so many rage issues right now
I'm
because I
not ready yet.
changed my spec.
You're a saint.
Hmm.
I'm not ready yet.
Those are some. Those, I'm getting close to 1,000,000. That's what I want to see. Getting
I need
closer.
more fury. I'm not
Oh, of
ready
course.
yet.
Gotta say, I'm not a fan of these snakes. I don't like the poison. That stun right there. Oh my god.
Not ready yet.
It's devastating. They're like these, I don't know what they're called. What are they called? They're dying too fast. I almost died trying to see the name. Nangari.
Wait.
I'm inside a dungeon.
I'm out of
They're in the
fury.
swamp zone. Have you got to the part with the snake? The giant snake? Oh, okay.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh yeah, dude. Later on, like tier 60 plus, those things will kill you. You get hit by too many of their shots. It's crazy, man.
I need more
Like if you don't have fortify or a barrier up, man, I don't even see poison. I just die. It's like if there is poison, they didn't need it to
I
kill
must
me.
wait.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about being a barb. Although
I'm
barbs
not
are
ready
very
yet.
strong. So I shouldn't complain. I really shouldn't complain. They're good. I heard people complaining, but honestly, I've run into some druids that were just smacking, so I think, honestly, my opinion is that all these characters probably have the potential to be good
I'm
with the
out
right
of
person
fury.
playing it. That's kind of what it feels like to me. No, 100% no. No. Definitely. Definitely. I think anything is able to be balanced.
I must wait.
With what was that called? The prevented damage,
out of fury.
resilience. That's right, the resilience gear. I fucking hated the resilience gear. I thought that was just the laziest way of dealing with balancing something. Literally laziness.
I must wait.
Yeah, Diablo 2, bro. Diablo 2. That's true. Well, now. Well, yeah, now they get lazy before they even make the game.
I must wait.
Don't even try. Overwatch 2 was not too bad. I didn't. Oh, really? That's hilarious. I really don't see that game as like a campaign type game. Hey, your mic cut out, by the way. A campaign? Whatever, dude. Here's my opinion on that. Your game is popular for a reason, and it's not because of campaign. I'll tell you, like, people that play PvP games or like MOBAs, like, I'm okay with you putting a campaign in. This is how I feel about it. Like Warzone, right? Like, it's okay to have a campaign, but don't make people play that campaign to unlock anything, literally. Like, don't make it have anything to do with the PvP side of it. If you make me go play the campaign, I'm just gonna be pissed. Like,
There's that.
it's like two different. Oh. Like, oh, I got a mount. Like off of,
That's a deal.
the show on Netflix. Dude, you haven't seen the League of Legends show on Netflix? What's that fucking show called? Oh, it's so good. It's really, it's really good. You should watch it. Um, what is that show called? Can't remember. I can't remember. Oh, it's called Arcane. That's what it's called. It's legit, bro. It's real good. Yeah, yeah, and here's the thing, like, whenever I see those shows that are based off of a video game, I always think, like, this is gonna fucking suck. Like, I know it's gonna suck. And then, so when I went in to watch it, I think maybe my expectations were so low that it fucking amazed me. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, well, the wowed me. So, I mean, maybe it's not as good as I'm saying it is, but it's pretty damn good. You should check it out. I heard that too. I haven't I haven't
I'll
watched it.
shake on
People
that.
keep telling me to watch it. Yeah, a million times. Nah, nah, I've killed him every time I've met him. Y- That's because you're leveling still. That'll change. Nah, yeah, he shows up randomly. They're not as good as treasure goblins from D3. D3, yeah, D3 treasure goblins are way better. Oh, shit, did I finish that? Yeah, I must have. Yeah, this game is like missing so much content, like comparatively. I guess it's a good base to like jump off of. The jailer. Dude. Oh my god.
I must wait.
That's what everyone wants, but I don't know. I feel like oh
Not ready yet.
Whimsy Dale or whatever. It's so lame. Actually, it kind of grew on me after I played it a bit, but when I first saw it, I thought it was lame. Yeah, you know what? You, no, so the coolest secret level I think they've added is the Treasure Goblin level, where Greed was in Diablo 3. Yeah, so you transmute a like magic fine ring. I can't remember the name of the ring. It's super obvious though. You transmute the ring, and it opens a portal to Greed, where there's like a million treasure goblins, and you kill them, they drop a bunch of loot, they drop a bunch of gold, and then you fight Greed, like this dude, like he's a demon who fucking, I guess he like I guess he employs the treasure goblins. I don't know. I thought it was fucking cool, man. That's the coolest thing I've seen. as far as like secret levels. Yeah, if they do. I almost.
I'm out of fury.
Oh shit. I almost feel like if they do a cow level. Oh, am I trapped? If they do a cow level, it's just kind of to appease the people that want. Oh, of course. Well, well, here's the thing. This game doesn't have an economy. It doesn't have trading. It doesn't have... It does... It's basically a self-found game, but... I mean, there is trading, but let's be honest. Who the fuck's trading in this game? Yeah, like, you can't easily create a trade game and be like, yo, come to my game, I got some cool shit to trade. Yeah, like, I'll trade you a bunch of shit for P-gems, or crafting materials, or whatever. There's not even crafting in this game, like, there's... I feel like gambling's always been in the game, and I like... Except legendaries are worthless, so it's more like getting a yellow. Endgame, legendaries, worthless.
Not ready yet. Out of fury.
No, I mean the uniques suck too. Like, everything sucks in this game. All the loot is terrible. It's terrible. It's horrible. I think that the loot system they have right now is so bad that if they don't do something different, I'm gonna stop playing this game. It's so bad. Like, I'm literally Well, it's almost like they briefly looked at D2 and D3 but never actually played them. And then they were like, "Oh, we'll make it so you can enchant gear like D3 and reroll stats. That's a great idea." But then they didn't take any of the good qualities of D3 that lets you see what stats can you roll. Like, if I'm about to pay fucking gold and it increases every time.
And it is in her shadow that we now walk. From her hand.
Well, but then they don't even tell you what you can get. Like, I don't know. They don't even tell you, like, when you're rolling, they don't even tell you if it's a good roll or not. Like, they don't even show you the min-max stats for that roll. It's really annoying.
Embrace the birthright that is ours.
And then, well, I mean, you can turn on advanced tooltips for, like, when you pick up an item, so you can see what the rolls are on items you pick up. But when you're enchanting, you can't see, like, which one.
I'm out of fury.
Yeah, you just can't see the stats. You can't see what's possible to roll like you can in D3. You can't see the min-max stats.
Not ready yet.
They have... Yeah, I don't have a problem with it, mainly because I've probably been playing it longer. I think it's fine. I never looked too close, honestly. The blue, yeah, I do. The blue or the purple bar around their name is because you made them vulnerable. Okay, so here's the thing about there's more complaints about this game. I shouldn't complain, honestly. I actually like the game to some degree, so I shouldn't. I'm trying really hard to not complain about everything, but I'm trying not to focus on the faults. But back to the itemization problem, right? They don't make it simple to understand what you need to get on your items, right? There's a million there's a million types of damage modifiers, and they're all garbage, except for like 4 of them. But they don't tell you that. They don't explain it to you at all. So you just have to figure it out. So basically, here's the deal. You should be maxing vulnerability. That's the most important stat, next to your main stat. Wait, what is your necro, right? Yeah. Yeah, so it's main stat, which is intellect, or whatever, intelligence. And then, yeah. And then, vulnerability is the most important. But you need to, is your damage, yeah, does your damage crit? Oh shit, what is happening right now?
Not ready yet.
But when you cast, do you see yellow numbers like on your damage? Okay, so yeah, you're critting. So, yeah, so crit and vulnerability, crit damage and vulnerability are, oh shit, the most important damage modifiers, and they should be equal. So when you go into your stats, oh my god, what is that damage? Oh my god.
Not ready
Just gotta
yet.
go in. Gotta go in.
Take this, my friend.
Yeah, so if you go in your stats, you'll see crit damage, and you'll see for vulnerability. Yeah, so you want to get your vulnerability and your crit damage as close to the same number as possible. So, no, it's because they multiply. The damage multiplies. So you want those numbers both to be very high. Like, end game, you're going to be looking at like 400 on each of those. What is this damage? You want 400, around 400 on each of those numbers, end game. And your main stat, you're basically stacking that over 1,000. And then, what's the other bucket? They call them buckets. Oh. Yeah, so then, when you're looking at your skills, and you're looking at, like, your passives and everything, you want to look for, well, did you turn on advanced tooltips?
Not ready yet.
Alright, cool. Perfect. So, what you need to do is you need to look for the multiplication symbol next to damage modifiers. So if you see a plus sign, it's like, whatever. Like, it is what it is. But you're always going to want to take a multiplication sign over a plus sign. as long as it applies to the damage that you're correct. You got it. So the most important thing is vulnerability and crit, and then main stat. And then, oh, also, something they don't tell you, the weapon on your main weapon that you're doing the damage with, the stats on that are less important than the item power. So, yeah, whatever your main damage weapon is. So just get your item power on that weapon as high as possible. Don't even look at the stats until you're like 800. Basically. Yeah. On the main hand. Everything.
I'm not ready yet.
It will never be better. Holy shit. That fucking nuked my ass. Well, it's because until you hit cap. Yeah, when you're at the very end, then you'll start looking at, you know, the modifiers and everything. But until then, you're just gonna literally try to boost that number because all it is whatever that item power is your base damage, and that base damage number gets multiplied. So the higher that base damage number is, the better your multiplication equation works out to be. Oh my god, how did I just freaking... Holy shit, this is not gonna go well for me. Okay, that ability right there is the one that's deadly. There it is. Oh my god, oh my god. No!
I must wait.
I have not, no. Have you? Is I bet. Oh yeah, because it's made for it. Shoot. Well, no, I mean it's literally made for consoles, and they let you play it on PC. Yeah, because look at look at your skill bar. I mean, you can't have more than freaking 4 abilities and 2 attacks. Like, it's fucking retarded, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm not trying to complain about this game. I haven't. I watched Craig play it though. Yeah, he's building all kinds of crazy shit. Two-handed.
It is a deal.
Mm, mm. Yeah. Man, just give me an upgrade, please. It is. Yeah. It pretty much is just a grind after. I mean, like, he still needs gear. He is and he has 100, so yeah. I think I think that they're on the right. Yeah, I think they're on the right path though as far as the seasons. Right. It is, yeah. Mhm. 100%. Yeah.
Cold. So cold.
Must wait.
Oh man. Multiple hundreds. It's amazing. Like, I gotta say though, if I was getting paid to like stream or something, and and
Not ready yet.
and I didn't have a family, yeah, I would do it. Like if I was still in like my 20s, yeah, early 20s,
Wouldn't have made it
I would definitely I would kill it.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I like
You
Warzone a
saved
lot.
my life.
I love fun.
I must wait. I'm not ready yet.
Oh man, I got really good at Warzone for a minute. Craig and I were playing the shit out of that game.
I'm not ready yet.
It's the survival. It's right up your alley, Jeff. more toxic than League? Or Heroes of the Storm? Oh my god, Heroes of the Storm. Do you remember Daisy? Do you remember how toxic Daisy was?
I'm not ready yet.
That's why. That's how you know it was toxic.
I'm not ready yet.
I remember, dude, I remember flying around and having somebody in an SUV on the ground, and we would roll up on people because we knew exactly where they were, and we would like kidnap them, make them get in the helicopter, and if they disobeyed, we'd kill them, and if they didn't, we'd kidnap them and we'd take them out into the middle of nowhere, like hella far away, and just fucking leave them there with like a little bit of supplies and shit. We'd give them like guns and like some supplies, and let them. Oh no no no! Yeah, we'd like give them gear and shit, and like fucking take them hella far out. But he can't.
I'm not ready yet.
Just line up.
I must wait.
He's trying to get so he can play the season.
I must wait. I must wait.
What time is it? 10 o'clock. 13. Yeah, starts on the 20th at 10. Shoot, I think you caught up to Jeb then. I'm just talking shit.
I'm not ready yet.
Because we were very fast at what we do. That's why. Okay, so we did have a guy help us complete our one dungeon. But that was it. That was it. They're easy. Don't worry about them. I don't think so, but I'm a barb. It's hard to tell.
I can't do that here.
You there.
I must
know.
wait.
think I want to grind a little more. Not ready yet. Ugh. These modifiers, this whole situation.
I can't do that here.
Conduit. Hmm.
I must wait.
Jab, I almost hit 1,000,000 damage today. Yeah, the number was like 900 and something thousand.
I'm not ready yet.
I probably have hit 1,000,000, but I just didn't see it because the numbers are so fucking hard to see. Yeah, and on top of that, like, they have no combat log. What the fuck? I'm not trying to complain about this game, but what the fuck? Like, where's the combat log? Can anyone tell me where the combat log is? So I can see what killed me? I just want to... No, you can't see how much damage...
I must wait.
How much... Yeah, what element was it? Was it... Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. How much was blocked by armor? How much... What's my damage reduction really at? Someone tell me,
Not
please.
ready yet.
I don't know.
I must wait.
When you say any of the Diablos, you mean any of the Diablos except for
I'm not
V2R.
ready yet.
Well, okay, first of all, yeah. First of all, Diablo 1
I'm not ready
fucking
yet.
didn't even have resistances. That wasn't a thing. You had life. Yeah, you had life. I don't even think there was armor. Just life. Oh wait, there was resistances.
I'm not
No, there
ready
was
yet.
resistances. There was. Because Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac was the best ring in the game. And that was a resist ring.
I'm not ready yet.
I seem to remember it was like not difficult to understand. It was like you either had max resist or you didn't.
I must wait.
God. I think, yeah. I think like Diablo 2 was more confusing, but
I must wait.
there were resources to like figure it out. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised they were able to even save D3. Honestly, like, yeah, because they had the shop, and then they took the shop away. I can't believe they took that shop away. Yeah. Yeah, I actually don't understand why they took that away.
I'm not ready yet.
Everything's paid away. Yeah, but it wasn't technically pay to win because you could sell gear to get money. So like it was played to pay to win. Like it's not the same. Yeah, well, who cares
I'm
about
not
that?
ready
People
yet.
are always going to do that. You're not going to stop that. You're not going to stop people from paying somebody to do something for them. It's literally not possible.
I'm not ready yet.
Right, like people will just buy a whole account. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna stop people from giving someone selling someone an email address with an account linked? What? Tell me how you're gonna stop that. Yeah, you're gonna tie it to someone's IP address so when they move out of their apartment, they're fucked. Like, you can't do anything. Yeah, your hard drive. Yeah, your motherboard burns up.
I'm not ready yet.
G-poo. Your G-poo fucking... Okay, either way,
Wait.
there's literally nothing. Like, they're gonna have to, like, tie your character to your DNA. Like, and even then, I'll just sell them a vial of my DNA. Like, it's fucking stupid. There's nothing they can do. Yeah, D2 JSP, what? No. No, that's D2 bot. I said D2 JSP. That's form gold. Yeah, it's bot. It's called D2 bot. Yeah. Yeah, I just played it like 2 months ago. Yeah. I mean, SOJs still are currency. Me, personally, no. Because I'm not willing to go through the effort of making a. I mean, I don't do that. What are you talking about? No, I don't do any of that. I do nothing like that, ever. Although, I mean, if they make this game this grindy, I mean, maybe I will. Fuck.
Came apart nicely.
Instead of a fishing bot, it'll be like just a dungeon bot. It'll just run the same dungeon over and over.
You can take what's left.
Oh my god, this polearm is like actually really good, but polearms suck. I could use it to level polearms though, it is pretty damn solid. Mm. Wait, that's how you feel about what? Maces? You don't like maces? Hmm. Why do you use them then? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, swords are the way, dude. Mm, 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 mm. I really want an upgrade.
Good deal. Father bless. Good. What else you got?
This lucky hit thing that they put in the game is garbage. They they need they need to delete it. It's retarded. It's like a shittier version of crit that gives you some kind of bonus. No. What? Oh, yeah, that's true. They're, the sigils for the nightmare dungeons. But I've never seen it actually help, so I don't think it's true. It's garbage. It's not like Diablo 2 when you put on a bunch of Magic Find gear and then you like see a noticeable difference. You're like, oh, look at these drops. Mm-hmm. It's not like that. Yeah, it's
Safe journey then.
yeah, it's like yeah, 300 for Nightmare, 600 for Hell. Not anymore. Now that they've added what are those charms called? Sunder charms. Fucking amazing. You didn't play D2R, huh? It's fucking amazing. Yeah, I played it for like, oh, I take a break every once in a while and then I'll go back to it because it's just fucking fun. But that's kind of the problem, right? Like, D2's been played for 20 years by people, and the community is like still alive to some degree. Like, they they like come back and leave and come back and leave. And yeah, I think Path of Exile is on the path. Well, yeah, I mean it's made by the same people, so. Yeah, Blizzard North basically, I think is they left and mm, I can't remember the history of it. But you know, I played Path of Exile when it first came out because I was looking for Diablo 3 at the time, and there was no Diablo 3 when Path of Exile came out. And it basically stood in for Diablo 3 for a while. But it really wasn't. I mean, I feel like they went a different
I'm not
direction
ready
with
yet.
it, and I kind of appreciated it for its own thing. I don't know. Everyone always is like, yeah, if you try to make D4 like D2, then you're just making Path of Exile, because that's what Path of Exile was kind of like the continuation,
I'm
right?
not ready yet.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, I think that you could easily make D4 its own thing and take all the good pieces of D2 and the good pieces of D3 and the good pieces of D1. Right? That's strange to say because D1 actually did.
You saved my life.
Mm, no, so like, this is what I think. D1 had.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, okay, so like, I'll tell you the good things about each one and what I think they should have put into D4. In D1, the storyline and the ambiance, the darkness, and the fear that was generated by like the butcher, or the feeling you get, the difficulty when you walk into a room with acid beasts, or like, just the whole thing, like that piece, and then the other thing that D1 had that no other Diablo has had is
Not ready yet.
random quest lines, random quest lines that would appear in some games but not other games.
I must wait.
So like you'd be down in the dungeons and you'd run into an NPC in the dungeons, and that NPC would like
I'm not ready
give
yet.
you a quest, and you would go complete the quest and you would get like a special drop basically. But the NPC was very rare. It was like it was equivalent to finding a unique, but it was an NPC. And so you'd be like, oh shit, and then you would do that quest line, right? And it, I don't know. Like, so for instance, like in the main town in D1, sometimes you'd start a game. This was a more common one. You'd start the game and the well would be poisoned. It'd be yellow. The water would be yellow. And it was a quest line. Right? But there was also like a knight that would give you the Veil of Steel. That he was like down in the dungeons, right? And you would run into him. Or sometimes Wirt would be like laying on the ground in certain games, and then he would open a crack in the ground that would go down into hell, right? So like the concept of having these like rare event like quests that are side quests, so you don't have to
Not
do
ready
them.
yet.
But like, if you walk into the the right room in a dungeon, you may encounter an NPC that sends you down like a side quest that gives you some special item or something that most people don't have that is like sought after. Yeah. Okay, so that's all D1. That's everything that... Actually, the other thing that D1 had that I thought was good, and I'm on the fence about whether or not it should exist, is the ability for any character to learn any ability
I'm not ready yet.
through, like, books, right? Like, if... Well, yeah, so the original concept of a scroll, right? A scroll was a one-time use, but if you got a book... Yeah, if you got a book of Town Portal, then it taught you the spell, and then you had it permanently, instead of having a scroll. So, I thought that was, like, cool. Having something, like, that you find that gives you a skill permanently on your character is pretty amazing. So, I don't know, D1 had some good stuff. They never used it. Going into D2, they didn't do any of that crap. Right, so they failed. That's why a lot of people, when they went to D2, they were disappointed by D2. In the original, oh god, I'm just standing in shit. In the original release of D2, like all the Diablo 1 players hated it. And then slowly, like the base built up where there was whirlwind barbs, like just whirlwinding each other, and like that was basically 20-minute duels, yeah. In D2, right? Like that was D2 Classic, was just 20-minute duels, and only a Sorc could really rush you with Irathas or whatever they had, right? Then D2 X-Pack dropped, and that's when D2 blew up. That's really when D2 got popular, because the X-Pack freaking unlocked so many more items, and those items were like, it was like everything you wanted, right? It was like a next tier up. It was like, or the rumors came even later, right? So like, nah, it was like 1.11 or 1.19, 1.10, I think. 1.10 was the, and then, yeah. So basically, once D2 X-Pack dropped, the game got really popular. That's when it got popular, because there were now more set items. There were like godly sets. There were, eventually they released rune words. Yeah, and not only that, they released a whole nother tier of items. Like there were in the original game, there were like 2 tiers, and so they added a whole third tier of better items that were like the next level up. And the uniques and stuff, they were just way better. Like they made you so much more powerful. Like a lot of plus skills gear, all that kind of stuff. And it unlocked a lot of builds. So like in the original, the classic version, you were kind of trapped into your character. Like whatever your character was, that's what you were for the most part. In That's a good question. Jeb, do you remember? Did your barb have synergies? I don't think so.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. In Classic, did you have, like, where skills helped other skills do more damage? No, that's a D2 X-Pack. So, okay, so yeah. That's a good thing. That's a good thing about having Jed around, is you've never played the X-Pack on D2. So, yeah, the skill synergies, all that stuff, okay with them like that as a thing, but the main thing was that in D2 X-Pack they unlocked builds. So basically, it went from you're trapped as a barb is a barb, an Amazon's an Amazon. It became a barb could be an Amazon, like with the right bow, right? Or this gear, that gear, you could basically shoot arrows if you wanted to. You could have a Widowmaker barb, right? And you could wreck people in PvP. Yeah, you could be a teleporting whirlwinding barb. Like you could be a caster, you could be a Warcry barb. Like there were so many builds for each class. Yeah, wind, fire, bear, wolf, like summoner, like and and on top of all of that, you could be mixing with other classes. So they had items that literally mixed the
Not
classes
ready
on
yet.
purpose, where you could have a wolf owl helm and a barb could turn into a druid. So you could have a barb that's a wolf, or a barb that's a bear, or everything. You can have barbs casting fireball and mage spells. Like
I must wait.
right. So they took like you could put enchant on other characters. Like they took the best skills, or skills that were not always the best skills, but like skills that were support skills. And they opened them up to other classes. So the primary skills, like Whirlwind, for instance, that's not totally true. They gave it to assassins, but for the most part, the primary skills that made your class, you kept like on that class. Like so, like casting traps was primarily an assassin thing, right? But they gave a lot of the support skills to all the classes. They unlocked it. So basically, it gave you freedom to create almost any kind of character you wanted to create. And it like opened up builds and theory crafting, and then you had people like really digging deep into like, yo, what if I do this? Like, what if I just have an Oridan? Or, you know, like what if I have a Sork that is a melee Sork? Like, what if I'm not a caster? What if I'm a melee class? Like, there's just so many different things happening in D2 that made it super popular. On top of that, the economy, right? The des the desire to be able to trade to get the best gear, to be able to PvP or out PvP other people, to be the top of the ladder. Man, there was both a PvP and a PvE. The ladder? No way. This in the second in D2, the ladder is super big. Like, yeah, it's the first to 99. Yeah, so the first person to hit 99 is at the top of the list as number one, and you can't replace them for that season. No, not in D2.
That looks worn. I can fix
Maybe in
it.
Classic, but not in D2 Expect.
I can break that down.
Well, D2 Expect, they locked it first to 99. So basically, that season, if you were season first, you were locked in as season first. And then you could go, yeah, they turned it into a race. So every season, what would happen is people would race. They would race. So they would have competitions. D2GM would host tournaments. People would try to, yeah, they would try to complete the game as fast as possible. Try to hit 100 fast as possible. So then you had teams forming, right? Because of this race. Then you had groups, clans, getting together, like doing runs, hosting ball runs. Yeah. So the end game of D2, right, was either your grinding experience PvE to be at the top of the ladder to get your name on the top of the ladder, or or yeah, or uh, farming you're farming bosses and using the economy to make money or whatever you're trying to do in the economy. You're a trader basically on the PvE side. So you're either a grinder, you're a trader, or you're a PvPer. Those are the three end game like things that you do in D2. And each of them have their own reward, right? And some people do a little bit of all of it, right? So like in D3, they took away the economy, right? They took away the PvP, and so they just left the grind piece. They removed two of the three endgame components, and they converted it into just a grind fest, which is why a lot of people that played D2 did not go to D3 because they didn't like the grind. So all the people that were really into like the economy, the trading, the PvP, they stayed in D2. So then D4 is going to drop, right? So then all the D2 guys are like, yo, we've been playing a game for fucking 20 plus years. You guys drop D3 for the grinders, the people that just want to grind riffs and shit. We don't want to do that. Are you going to give us a game? So the devs are like, yo, we hear you D2 guys, and we do want to fucking get we do want to give you a game. So they were like, yeah, we're going to incorporate some stuff from fucking D2. So now here I am. I'm fucking in D4 now. Where is the PvP? Where is the economy? Where is the trading? Where is anything that the reason why people played D2 for 20 years? Where is it? It's not here. This is D3. We're grinding. We're grinding fucking rifts. Now they call them nightmare dungeons. We're grinding nightmare dungeons just like in D3. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Right. Right. It's really repetitive copy paste. Like they wrote a piece of code and then they copy pasted it like 50 times not even that. They just reference the same piece of code. Like honestly. So, I don't know, man. Like I think that they didn't really stick. I think that they tried to pull PvP into this game to kind of like throw the D2 crowd a bone, but they didn't really understand why PvP kept going for so long in D2. Like they just don't understand the format. Like how do you make a good PvP game in Diablo in the world of Diablo? So they gave us a fucking, PvP zone, right? Where it's a it's just uh it's just garbage, dude. It's what it is. It's garbage. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the price of the game, like with inflation, well, I kind of understand, but well, yeah, they're still paying people's salaries and shit, though. I think if, well, I mean, it's always gonna be a money grab. I think with PvP, if it kind of goes back to what you were saying about transmogs, right? Like, if you're actually a PvPer, you want someone to recognize you, right? They want to they first of all, they want yeah, they want to be recognized. They want you to know their name. They want right. And right now, there is no prestige of PvP. Like if they wanted to, here's what they could do. They could make it so that your kills, your KD, your kill death ratio was on your profile. Not only that, if you had a very high KD, they put a skull next to your name or some shit like that. Or like, like the higher your KD is, then it's like a skull and cross or whatever. And then they make it so that the KD is not based on how many kills, but how many unique kills. So like you killed, you know, 1,000 people and they were all different accounts, right? that fucking that would show like prestige on the account, right? So then you're like you kind of open up a door to where people are gonna sell kills or whatever, but still. I mean, I think people will know, like the community will know, right? Like, oh yeah, that dude's legit, or that dude just fucking paid for his kills, like he's bullshit, right? Not to mention, you're running around and honestly, this PvP specific zone thing is bullshit. Like, stop that shit. Remove that shit. Make the entire map PvP zone able. Make it so that people who are PvPers can turn that shit on and walk the entire map and be a fucking menace. You know what I mean? Let them be a menace to society, dude. Let the world handle its business, right? Like that's kind of how I feel about it. I feel like you should be able to flip a switch. You should do the blood, whatever they call it, the blood marked or whatever. You should be able to flip that on and leave that on permanently. And there should be an achievement for literally playing like 100% of the game blood marked. Like, yeah. I just don't think they I just don't think they understand. They don't understand why. They don't understand the appeal of PvP. And that's the other thing, like with the transmogs, right? So you got a guy who's PvPing. He wants you to look at his gear and be like, oh, that dude is fucking decked out. Like, don't fuck with that guy. Like, that's what they want. They want you to, like, see them and see their gear and be like, oh, that dude's legit fucking awesome. Right? They don't want to fucking walk around with some fake skins on so that you see the same skin that literally everyone else has because it's the best skin to wear. So every single so every single barb looks exactly the same. It's retarded. Plus on top of that, they don't have very many skins, so it's like you have 20 barbs, guarantee almost all of them are wearing the same like one or two like skin combos. So anyway, that's my PvP route. The economy piece is a whole nother thing. Like without the economy, I really don't see this game going on for very long. Like because it just turns into a single player game, really, where you're grinding for your own gear. So in D2, you could create a game, and then someone would see that game, and they'd be like, "Oh, I need that item." But in this game, there's no item recognition because they didn't create items based around a specific item type, right? So like for instance, um, the different sword types, right? Like I don't even know what the fucking different sword types are. It just says legendary sword, legendary two-handed sword. It doesn't say what type of fucking sword it is. What type of fucking sword is this? Scroll down. Am I blind? No, it's not on here. It doesn't fucking tell you. So there's no item recognition, right? So like it's like, oh, like yeah, you'll recognize the grandfather because it's a unique. But all the other items have no recognition. So it's like, yeah, I'm looking for a Colossus sword, right? Like back in the day, or you're looking for a phase blade, right? Because each item type had its own qualities. So in this game, all the swords are generic. Like, yeah, they look a little bit different, but they're generic swords. Like in D2, each sword had a different attack speed, a different range, like based on the length of the sword. Like there were reasons why you selected your sword. You like, I need a longer sword, I want it to hit hard or I want it to hit fast, right? Like you pick. So I think that the itemization is just very lazy the way it's done. And it's going to lead to people getting bored very fast. And then with all that, the builds being very like the itemization of like all of the legendary abilities forcing you to play like specific builds because you don't have freedom really. It's false freedom. This game is like false freedom all the way across the board. Yeah, yeah. You have the freedom to play this or that. You can either play Hammer of the Ancients or you can play Whirlwind. Or you could play something else, but they'll nerf it into the ground and won't let you do it. So, like, if you want to play a Rupture build, too bad. Go back to Whirlwind or Hammer of the Ancients. Yeah. And I think that, like, killing the creativity of the players is, like, a mistake. Which is kind of what they did with the itemization. Yeah, I mean, these items that I'm wearing, I don't even know shit about them. All I care about is the stats on them. And if, like, the next ring that I find has a better percentage than this percentage. It's literally all I care about. There's a world boss up in 21 minutes. Here's the other thing. These fucking Helltides, everybody's using helltides.com to like see where the chest is, to see where the events are. You might as well just put that shit on the map. Like, really. You're just giving helltides.com traffic. Like, I'm surprised they don't have more ads on their site, honestly. Like, whoever put this up, no, it says it's not affiliated. But this person, if they were smart, would have some fucking ads on their site and be making money. Maybe they just haven't found a way to do that yet, but
I can't do that here.
everybody's using helltides.com.
Not while I'm in town.
You were the answer to my prayers.
You were the answer to my prayers.
Oh no! Watch out!
Yeah.
Over here!
You have resource problems. Just a survivability thing.
I'm not ready yet.
I beg you!
I must wait.
Help! Please!
I'm not ready yet.
I won't forget this, stranger.
I'm not ready yet.
Shit, I need to go sell my orbs. Or use my orbs. Yeah. There's so many things. Like the lack of crafting. Like, crafted gear had unique properties that other gear didn't have. So, like, you could only get certain things on crafted gear. And like a Diablo Immortal.
There's a light. You've got the magic not bad. Just tell your friends where you got it.
Not while I'm in town.
Yeah, I just don't understand the skill limitation. Like, I think they did that for console. Because on a controller, you only have so many buttons. But I agree, and they should have done that. Because, like, that's fucking stupid, dude. In Diablo 2, you can have, like, 20 skills or something. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. You can have so many abilities. And it's amazing. Because it makes it, like, once you, like, learn how to use all your abilities together, you literally unlock the character to where you feel like you're actually playing that character. Like, on the Sork, you can, like, teleport and, like, freeze something and then drop a meteor and then teleport away and then throw a fireball and then freeze something over, like, to the other side. Like, you're just fucking doing so many abilities and, like, buffing, like, yourself, and you're just throwing so many abilities. Like, you're using at least 8 abilities regularly, not including buffs. Like, you have buffs also, but, like, you have your buff bar and then you have, like, at least 8 abilities that you're using. In this game, it's like I have 4 buffs. I have 4 buffs and I have 2 attacks. That's all I have room for. I literally only have 2 attacks. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. It's horrible. No, it's not all I need. I have lots of skills that are fucking awesome. I can't use them. Like Death Blow. I would love to use Death Blow. I can't use it. There's so many, dude. Like, let me look in here. Let me look at the skills that I would use. So Leap. I would love to have Leap for engaging. I would love to be able to leap. And then, I would love to be able to have Steel Grasp, so I could drag everything into me and whirlwind it in a group. And then, Oh, if I could pop ancients, that would be fucking awesome. Although, you know, I'm okay with them limiting that to one, but I mean, can you have both? Can I have ancients and Wrath of the Berserker? I don't think you can. Yeah, Steel Grasp, Leap, and then there was a Ground Stomp. Leap, Ground Stomp, maybe Kick to add vulnerability, Steel Grasp to pull things in. Would I use anything else? No, probably not. Death Blow maybe to finish things off. Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
How can I help?
Yeah, barbs don't have shields in this game. You can't use a shield. You can't use throwing weapons. Oh, this item was so close to being so good. Damn, it's almost a shame to just disenchant that. Those are actually pretty good.
Unusual, but a good addition to my wares.
I guess. I guess. It is kind of stupid.
Well, I would like that.
Yeah, because at this point, I'm literally just, like, looking for percentage points on shit. And it's kind of annoying.
Not while I'm in town.
Yeah, there's no... you can't even go back and kill the main bosses. Like Andariel, Duriel. Like, you can't go fight them. You can't get loot off them. It'd be amazing. Especially if, like, they dropped loot and they were hard. this game, like, you spend so much time in town re-rolling stats, re-fucking creating
Not while
items.
I'm in town.
It's like the wrong kind of crafting. It's not the enjoyable kind. It's like the tedious fucking
A
kind.
kingly make. Use it well.
Yeah. And then you fucking find a minor upgrade and you're like, damn, do I fucking put something on it real quick? Like, yeah, can I wear these without fucking... Pretty sure I could just throw that on, it doesn't even fucking matter. Critical strike damage. Vulnerable damage. And core skill damage. Yeah, it's 100% better. Berserk.
Not while I'm in town.
Oops. Yeah, buddy. I think I'm gonna move away from barrier. I think I just want to go with straight damage reduction. And like, that way I don't have to worry about
Not while I'm
uptime of
in
barrier.
town.
It's just like, my defense is my defense. Dude, my critical strike damage is at 519%. But my vulnerable's only at 370 for some reason. Which means I need to put this on 394. Okay, strength's never gonna be a problem. Dex and willpower. Yeah.
I can't do that here.
Alright. I guess that's it. Well, I made a little bit of gold. Playing heroes. Yeah.